Curious Owl here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys essentially what my TBR is going to be for September, and also kind of giving you guys a little bit of an update as to how things have been going for me and what I plan on for the next couple months of this year. So my big thing for September is I need to catch up on the arcs I have been neglecting, because I have so many arcs from July and August and now September that I need to read. And because I am not doing any readathons in September or October, I am essentially going to be playing a lot of catch up. I know I kind of said that with like July and August, but I'm serious this time. It is going to be a major catch up for me because I have been doing readathons back to back to back for the last 3 months, and I have gotten so desperately behind on my arcs specifically that I need to get them done. So this month is mostly, I think, going to be focused on that, and then if I have time at the end of the month, getting into my reread series of the Morganville Vampires and maybe starting my random TBRs, but my main focus and the ones I'm going to share today are going to be my arcs that I have to catch myself back up on. So first I have The Shadow of Spindrift House by Mira Grant, Wherever She Goes by Kelly Armstrong, Beau and Bet by Catherine Burla, An American Duchess, Aftershock, David Mogo, God Hunter, Wilder Girls, The Gamer's Guide to Getting the Girl, The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang, Valerie, A Double Life, Petra's Ghost, The Art of Taxidermy, The Last Post, Color Me In, Curse of the Dead-Eyed Doll by Thomas Kingsley Troop, The Best of Crimes by Casey Maher, The Hanged Man and the Fortune Teller by Lucy Banks, Pretty Guilty Women by Gina Lamanna, and Don't Say a Word by Amber Lynn Natchez. So those are pretty much all the ones I'm focusing on. Like I said, if I can get to them at the end of the month, I'm going to continue with my Morganville Vampires reread series by starting with Dead Girls Dance and continuing up until the book Fade Out, which is book 7, I think, in the series. Also, intermittently, I am working through A Dance with Dragons by George R.R. Martin. I'm mostly listening to the YouTube audiobook version while I'm at work. I've been working on this now for a good couple weeks, and I do think that by the end of the month, I should be able to finish this one. But like I said, I'm mostly listening to it while I'm at work, so it's kind of just something that I'm working on sparingly as I can, so I'm not overwhelming myself with the story because there is a lot going on here, and because there's a lot going on, I'm mostly having to look up spark notes for each individual chapter because I got to make sure I know kind of what's going on. But what I will say is it's going very, very well. I do really like this, but I do not think that it is going to end up beating A Storm of Swords. I was really hoping that this one would, but I think that A Storm of Swords is still the favorite at this point, and I'm about 239 pages into this one, so we'll see, but as of now, it's not beating book 3 by any means. So that's pretty much all I have for my TBR version, and I kind of just want to update you guys with what I have planned going forward with the channel and everything. If you watch my August wrap-up, at the end of it, I really kind of started talking a little bit about some things that I'm planning on doing. One of those is posting more on my blog, which I will leave a link in the description for you guys, as I do with every video if you would like to check it out. The other is posting more on my social media accounts, like my Instagram. My Twitter, not so much. I don't tend to really post a lot on Twitter unless it's like retweeting something or commenting on somebody else's post, but I tend to post more on my Instagram, and so over the last few weeks I've been trying to do that a little bit more, but with how this past month has gone, things have gotten kind of a little screwy, so I'm trying to find a balance with work, my YouTube stuff and social media stuff, and my reading, and also my personal life things. So it's getting to be a little difficult, but I'm still trying to work things out. So you know, I try to post as often as I can, but some days I just let it slip because I'm so tired or, you know, angry about things that are happening, and I'm just, you know, I'm really feeling kind of down about a lot of things because of how this past month has gone, but I'm starting to try to get a little bit better because I know that if I stay in that mindset for too long, I'm going to go nuts. So I'm not trying to escape what I'm feeling at this point, which I have been doing, I think, for the last several weeks. I've been trying to escape my feelings, and it's not been very healthy. So I'm trying to work with it and try to get better about what I'm feeling and acknowledging it and taking more time for myself to go through those things, because I've just been experiencing a lot of things happen over the last couple months, and it's not always sunshine and daisies, but I'm trying to get better with it. I'm trying to be better about taking care of myself, and one of those things, it used to be reading, but I feel like anymore it's become a lot more of a chore because I've been really stressing out about especially the fact that my arcs are so really behind. So I'm trying to find a good balance to where I'm not overdoing anything and I find something that kind of brings me back to what I need to be at. Whereas like I'm all the way out here and I need to be here, and I just need to find something that brings me back to that center. But without further ado, the last thing I'm going to do today is I am going to pick my September TBR pick, because even though I'm probably not going to get to it, it is tradition to pick the random TBR. So I actually recently went to the Barnes & Noble huge book haul thing that they did a couple days ago, so I've got a lot more in here that I can pick from. So I'm gonna really try to shuffle this up the best I can because there's a lot of stuff in here. All right, so we're gonna pick one, and it is going to be the next book in the Dorothy Must Die series. Okay, so this was a series I started in, I want to say 2018. I think it was the summer of 2018. I cannot remember now for the life of me, but I only read the first book, which I really enjoyed when I did read it, so I'm very excited. And actually, it's really funny that I picked that one to be as my random TBR, because I do plan on actually having a point at some time where I go back to the series that I never finished and actually actively finish them. So maybe this is the one that I start off with, where my series finishing up series. That's a weird phrase. I'll think of a better name for that. So I think once I can get myself caught up on my rereads and my random TBRs, that is another thing I will be focusing on, because I don't think that this next year I'm gonna go back to doing arcs, because that has been very stressful, and I understand why people like to get arcs, but I think this past year has showed me that arcs are very stressful for me, and I do not want to deal with them anymore. I would rather wait till the books actually come out, I think, to read them. So maybe in the future we will get to actually finish some series, and the first one is going to be the Dorothy Must Die series. I do have the entire collection, so I'm very excited. The second book in the series is The Wicked Will Rise by Danielle Page. So I'm very excited. It is actually quite short. I'm surprised because I don't remember the first book being very short. I think it was over 300 pages, and according to the version I have of this book, it's 293. Am I gonna get to it in September? Probably not. It's probably going to be pushed off to October when I actually can get through my random TBRs. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not already and you'd like to be, hit the button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.